So then, who is actually going to get relegated from the EFL Championship? Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another video. As I say, today we are taking yet another deep dive into the Championship relegation battle, which is just bonkers, isn't it? It's absolutely insane. We are heading into the penultimate week of the season with all of the teams in the bottom 10 having 2 games of the season to go. And as you can see, there is loads to play for. Before we get into today's video, I challenge you to predict which 2 teams are going down with Rotherham. As I say, it's anyone's guess. Feel free to share your predictions down in the comments. Which 2 teams are going down with Rotherham and who is staying up. Make sure, of course, to drop a like on this video. We've got loads of Championship videos coming out over the next couple of days. We'll go for 1,000 likes on this video. We're going to be talking about the Championship promotion race tomorrow. We've also got a match vlog tomorrow. And then we'll do the Championship predictions for the weekend on Thursday with Sophie. Make sure as well to subscribe. If you're new around here, please make sure to subscribe. It's free to do and it really helps the channel out. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's talk about the Championship relegation battle. And there you go, you can see it in front of me. This is the Championship relegation battle. I have colour coordinated the teams down here and I'm going to run you through it. So then, as we've known for a few weeks, Rotherham are down. That's why I've put them in red. Huddersfield Town are hanging by a thread at the moment. We'll come back to them in a second, but as you can see, 44 points from 44 games. They're running the risk here. With 2 games to go, they're 3 points from safety, and their next game is Birmingham City. Speaking of Birmingham City, they now sit in 22nd after failing to beat Rotherham. A 0-0 draw against Steve Evans' Rotherham in their most recent game has seen them get leapfrogged by Sheffield Wednesday, who got a great 3-1 win against Blackburn Rovers, which also means Rovers are definitely not safe yet. Sheffield Wednesday have climbed out of the bottom 3. I've said for a long time that I think they could get out of it. I think I was one of the only people that wasn't a Sheffield Wednesday fan saying I think they could actually do it this season, and they might be proving me right, but it's still very close. Plymouth Argyle have slipped back into trouble after losing that 6-pointer against Stoke City. Blackburn Rovers, of course, also lost a 6-pointer here to Sheffield Wednesday. And then QPR and Stoke I've got in this sort of lime colour. They're not safe like Millwall and Watford are. They're officially safe now with 53 points. But QPR and Stoke sit on 50 points and they're very close to being safe. It could be that they lose both games and still get over the line. But right now, they're still in the mix. So then, as I say, we are heading into the penultimate week of the season and there's some big fixtures to look out for. We'll come on to the fixtures in a minute, but let's just point out some things to make them clear. Huddersfield Town will be relegated if they lose to Birmingham City this weekend. A win for Birmingham would take them to 49 points. It would keep Huddersfield on 44, and Huddersfield Town would be no less than 4 points adrift of at least Plymouth Argyle. Therefore, they're down going into the final game. QPR and Stoke City are 1 win away from safety, because now we know that 53 points will, at the moment, guarantee mathematical safety. I still stand by 52 and 51 being more than enough. It could be that you need 50 points with a good goal difference if we're talking about escaping by the thinnest of margins. That said, though, 50 points will not be enough to secure you mathematical safety going into the final day at this rate, because Birmingham City and Huddersfield Town play each other this weekend, so one of them will move on to 47 points or more this weekend. And after the weekend's results we've just seen, it's made me think, looking at the table, 50 points should do it, 49 points probably won't. But as I always say, don't take my word as gospel. Don't run and tell everyone that you need 50 points. It could be that you just need 49. It could be that you need 51 points. But we're talking about getting over the line by the thinnest of margins, because ultimately, looking at this relegation battle, I think it's going to come down to goal difference. There's so many teams crammed together here with very few points separating them that you've got to think it's probably going to go down to goal difference. So then, only 2 games to go for all of these teams down here, and as we know, looking at it now, it's going to be 2 from 7 to join Rotherham in League One next season from the Championship. Here's their fixtures for the final 2 games, and this is crazy. Stoke City and QPR currently hold the highest ground out of these 7 teams with 50 points and both with minus 16 goal difference, but both of their next games are against top opposition. Southampton away for Stoke City and Leeds United at home for QPR. I can't believe it. And like I said, knowing that 50 points will not guarantee you mathematical safety going into the final day, Stoke and QPR, if they lose to Southampton and Leeds, will go into the final games with something to fight for. Blackburn Rovers on 49 points with -16 as well. I mean, look at the goal difference here between those three. Very close. Blackburn have two very tricky games here with Coventry at home and Leicester City away. You feel like Coventry at home is the more winnable game, but Coventry at the moment still have a mathematical chance of making the playoffs, so that will be a huge game. As for Plymouth Argyle, who are on 48 points, they now go away to Millwall, and although Millwall have been very impressive recently, there will be less to play for them now. Whether that works to Plymouth's advantage or not, I don't know, but they know that Millwall don't have to win. They are already safe. And then it's Hull City at home on the final day, who could still potentially be fighting for the playoffs. Then it's the next three teams, and this is really interesting. Sheffield Wednesday host West Brom, who need to sew up their playoff place. Then they go away to Sunderland, who don't have a lot to play for. Birmingham City go away to Huddersfield in the mother of all relegation dogfight 6-pointers. And ultimately, right now looking at it, I think the loser is relegated. Huddersfield will be mathematically relegated if they lose it. Birmingham City will be right on the edge. After that, Birmingham City host Norwich, who, as we said, could be fighting to secure a playoff place, and Huddersfield Town go away to Ipswich, who could be fighting for a top 2 place on the final day. It's all set up to be a dramatic final couple games. So then, it will be an unbelievable finish here in the Championship relegation battle, and we could find that all 7 teams still don't know if they're safe or down going into that final day. It's going to be incredible. What we do know with Huddersfield playing Birmingham and Birmingham being 1 point behind Sheffield Wednesday is that it can't be wrapped up this weekend, because at a minimum Birmingham or Huddersfield will get to 47 points, and the most Sheffield Wednesday could be up to by that point is 50 points. So there definitely will be something to play for on the final day, and as a neutral I must say the more the merrier. Get them all in there. Obviously I'm saying that through a very selfish point of view, and I really do sympathise for the fans going through this. I think almost all football fans, except for top 6 Premier League football fans, have experienced a relegation battle before, and this one is one of the best I've ever seen. To see this many teams involved going into this final week or two is incredible, and as I say, the fixtures really do make it interesting. With Stoke and QPR both playing top opposition, I just have a feeling that possibly both of them won't get a result and will go into that final day needing a result, if that makes sense. I do think 50 points probably will be enough, but it won't be mathematically enough, as we've said, going into the final day, because 22nd place will at least have 47 points because of the Birmingham-Huddersfield game. So, as I said, I think if Stoke can go to Southampton and pinch a draw, they're safe. If QPR can just make sure they get a draw against Leeds, I think that'll take them to safety. Obviously, I can't confirm that 51 points will be enough, but it should be. Then Blackburn are an interesting one. Ultimately, they need to beat my team, which is Coventry City, but will really need a result for the playoff race, so that'd be a great game. We'll stream that one on Saturday, so do join us for that. Plymouth are an interesting one. I can see them getting the win at Millwall based on the fact that they need the result more than Millwall do, but then again, I just don't know, because Millwall have been really good lately, so I don't think it'd be a walk in the park for Plymouth Argyle. And then, honestly, it's just so close with the next 3 teams, Sheffield Wednesday, Birmingham and Huddersfield. My hunch for a while has been that out of the teams down here, Huddersfield Town are the team I worry for the most, and that 4-0 defeat at home to Swansea really has compounded that, and the writing almost seems to be on the wall and nothing's going their way when you think of that last minute penalty that went Bristol City's way, which took away 2 points from Huddersfield. They've still got a chance though. I mean, Huddersfield Town still could get out of this. If they beat Birmingham, the whole landscape flips, and it's not beyond the realms of possibility that Sheffield Wednesday lose to West Brom this weekend, which would put Huddersfield above the bottom 3 going into that final day. And they need that. I mean, they really need that, because they've got Ipswich away, which, it looks so tricky here for Huddersfield. But what I will say is the Championship does throw up some random surprises, and although it might seem impossible right now, it would be very typical of the Championship to see Huddersfield going to Ipswich and getting a win to stay up. Personally, I don't see it a lot, so as I've said for a few weeks, I just really don't see it for Huddersfield, but I wish them all the best. I've not got anything against them. With Birmingham, it just seems to be a matter of if they turn up or not. Birmingham City, as we saw against Coventry, can play some good stuff, and if they really want it, they'll put their bodies on the line, they'll get the goals, they'll get the win. It's as simple as that. They've got 2 cup finals now, and the Huddersfield Town one is absolutely massive. I do worry for Birmingham that if they lose that one, it's out of their hands going into the home game against Norwich, which even if they won, they might still go down. Sheffield Wednesday's an interesting one. I feel like they've got 2 shots at getting 1 win. We said from their final 3 games they need to win 2. They've now got West Brom at home and Sunderland away. And I simply think 1 win out of 2 should do it. I can't obviously say for certain that 50 points will be enough, but I think that should do it. And the same logic applies to Plymouth. 1 win out of 2 should do it. That said, Plymouth's goal difference is a lot better than other teams down here, and you can maybe see them scraping over the line with a draw or 2 from the final 2 games. Blackburn, they've got the trickiest fixtures down here, and as for QPR and Stoke, it is in their hands to get out of it this weekend, but will they? It's the Championship, guys. It's a crazy division, and I'm all here for it. I know what you're thinking, guys. What's your prediction, Matt? Who do you think? Like I said, my hunch is Huddersfield, and I honestly am struggling so much to pick another team to go down with them. I did say Stoke a couple games ago, but that massive win against Plymouth really changes things, and it makes me think I am a bit worried for Plymouth. But 1 win for them and they're out of it again. I've stood by Sheffield Wednesday and Birmingham City with my predictions to stay up for a while now, and I'll stick with Sheffield Wednesday still because I think 1 win from 2 and they do it. With Birmingham, I think they probably need to go for 4 points. 1 win might not be enough, as we've said. It certainly looks desperate here for Birmingham City, but they've been in very similar positions before, and you could just see them doing it again. But, as a lot of football fans will tell you, if you continue to flirt with danger 1 season, you'll get swallowed by the trapdoor. I think it could be a toss-up here between Blackburn or Plymouth to possibly fall behind Sheffield Wednesday and Birmingham in the next game week or 2. I'll put it to you guys, like I say, to give your thoughts. Who do you think's going down, and who do you think's staying up? If you've enjoyed the video, please do make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe. We've got so much Championship content to come on this channel, and we'll come back to the Championship relegation battle again after the weekend's results. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.